I didn't grow up here, so people didn't know me. The first feeling and reaction I got from some people, not all of them, was, you're a flatlander. I gotta be honest with you, I never expected it to be so hard. When poverty hits you, you never forget it. 7 siblings. My mom and dad are from Puerto Rico. There were gang wars, there was shooting on the street. We were wondering when the next meal was gonna come in. And because we had to learn to deal with those kinds of adversities, that pretty much trained me for everything else the rest of my life. We lived in Long Island because that's where we raised our 2 boys. We would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, commute 2 hours, going into the city, spending 9 to 10 hours working in a very stressful environment where, we're talking about a trading floor that was trading, millions of dollars worth of stocks.
We were the IT, we were the infrastructure, the plumbing, keeping it all running. But, when there were bad days in the market, people are not very happy, and they're all about worrying about their purse.
The stress would be tremendous. Perfect example is 9/11. I was in a building up on the 51st floor and still being responsible for a whole trading floor. And so we would come here to de-stress.
I remember when we first bought the house, it was snowing. Standing outside and hearing snowflakes hit the floor was an unbelievable moment for me.
The store went bankrupt right around 2010. And it was just so sad seeing this building all closed up. It didn't have that sense of community to this town. He and I kept thinking about, well, what do we want to do when we grow up? And we decided, you know what? Let's open it back up again.
Now, the previous owners through history have done their best, but it is really, really, really hard to run a country store. They were closed for over a year, totally retrofitting this store with its historical look. People were aching to have this store open again.
I had my work cut out for me to show people and that I'm willing to put the work and the effort in to bring the store to a place that feels like it's what everyone needs.
I'm not taking a salary, my wife isn't taking a salary. We've been functioning 9 years here and just pouring money into this place to keep it running.
One thing that I wouldn't give up on is that it had to have healthy food, healthy options. And I wanted to show people that they can afford to eat healthy, they can afford to eat better. Their store has more than 100 local vendors feeding it. There were times when I just said, why are we doing this? But then Gordon comes in, and Ruth comes in, and little kids come in, and this other person comes in, and that person came in and said, I can't tell you how great you made me feel last week. And I'm so grateful that you're here. And more people telling us how grateful that we're here. The community has opened up, and more people are coming in. Every day I wake up and I go, I can do this one more day.
Love has everything to do with this. Love has everything to do with this store. From the 2 people that started it, to the things that are in here, to the staff and the way everybody feels about each other, to what they do to the community. Love has everything to do with this.
Norma's one of the most caring, generous people I feel like I've ever met, honestly. Most of Norma's day is learning what other people need and figuring that out for them.
But when you give back to the community, when you give back to other people, it comes back in droves, and there's just no measure for that.
My customers, when his wife died, he would come in and sit here every single day. And one day, something was playing on the stereo that was lively. And I went back there, and it was some kind of country music. And I said, Gordon, dance with me. And I pulled out my hands, never expecting him to get up. And he got up. We were dancing back there, and he was laughing for the first time since his wife passed away. I just try to give people a hands up Our secret ingredient is love.
In 1930, we delivered our first gallon of milk. Almost 100 years later, we owe our existence to the community stores throughout Vermont.
Take the time, go in your own general store. Pick one thing your family may buy every week and say, I'm gonna buy that at my local general store, because it does make a difference.
Keep them, encourage them. It is part of the soul of this state.
See all 8 episodes presented by Monument Farms, monumentfarms.com.